G'day everyone, I'm Mick Pone from 2 Retro Mates, and today we have the long forgotten, the micro console, PlayStation TV, the definitive way to play your Vita games on the TV. Now, this console came out in 2014, and it was only around for about 2 years or so before Sony decided, nah, into the trash it goes. And the PS4 was full steam ahead at that point. But we're going to take a look at this little forgotten console and see what it's all about. We're going to unbox it and tell you why it's so great and why you should get one today. Alrighty, so we're going to take a little look around the box first and see what we've got. So on the front, we've got the PlayStation TV. We've got the Australian rating, because this is the Australian released PlayStation TV. I managed to get this for a steal on Facebook Market for about $200, which is robbery effectively for this type of device in this day and age. Like, we see these on eBay for as much as $600 just on its own, loose without the box. Insanity. On the other side, we've got a really cool display of a feature here, which is remote play, because you can use this to remote play your PS4 on different TVs around your house. So let's say, you know, your mum or your dad's watching the TV in the living room, and you want to go, you know, play your PS4 games somewhere else, but you can't use the TV the PS4 is connected to. Well, you can do that. So you can plug it into your monitor or another TV in your house and remote play your games that way. Awesome feature, highly recommend. On the back, we've got a display of a few more games here. So we actually get a voucher for a few little games here. This one is Velocity, Worms Revolution Extreme, Ollie, something like that. I don't know. But you get a voucher for these games. I'm pretty sure the voucher has long since expired for this. So if you had bought this at launch, you would have gotten 3 awesome free games. You can play compatible PS Vita, PSP, and PS1 games on your TV. So you could play PS1 games you could download off the PSN store, and PSP games through the PSN store as well. Awesome games, lots of compatibility, and a brilliant way to play your classic PSP games and Vita games on the TV. And then, of course, you can buy and rent The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which happened to be out at the time this came out, around 2014. And then on the other side, we've got some, you know, boring information about all the TV, you know, all the blurbs and all that, the contents. We'll get to that in a minute. And then the other side, back to the front. So let's crack her open, shall we, and see what's inside. Alrighty. Ooh, first things first, we have the instruction guides by the looks of it. So I'm going to take a look in here and see what we've got. A few little pamphlets. First one is a quick start guide on the PlayStation TV, how to set it up. Awesome. We've also got a guide on get the best out of your PlayStation 4 remote play on the PS TV. Use a wired connection. This does have Ethernet built in the back, as well as Wi-Fi, but if you want the best remote play experience, use Ethernet. Even like Sony, you're trying to drill that into your head, definitely do it. And then you got a little blurb on the games that you get with it. So Velocity Ultra, Worms Extreme, and Ollie. So it looks like, yeah, that Ollie was a skateboarding finger twister. You've got your safety guides, you don't choke on it because it's quite small. And then in here, which I haven't opened it, I'm not going to open, is the voucher for your 3 downloadable games. I'm going to keep this sealed because I don't really feel comfortable opening it. I want to keep it sealed. I know the vouchers are probably long since gone, but I think let's keep it sealed. And we've got another box inside a box. So what could be inside the other box inside the box? Let's have a look, shall we? Alrighty. Now we've got another PlayStation TV box. It's white, not much on it, not much going on here, but we're gonna open up and see what's inside. All right, so first things first, the PS TV. Very small, it fits in the palm of your hand. It is tiny, but there's a lot packed in, and we're gonna take a look at that in just a second, okay? I'm gonna open these up here, open this up here as well, and inside we've got all the cably goodness. Now, I wanna point out this does come with an HDMI cable, but I have opened this just to test it previously, so the HDMI cable is currently routed in my setup, and it's a pain in the ass to get it out, so we're just gonna leave it in there. But if you bought this brand new, you would get an HDMI cable in the box. You've got, firstly, got your power cable, so 8-pin to 240 volt standard. You've also got a wall adapter as well. Now, fun fact with the wall adapter, this is actually the same adapter that comes with the PSP. If you have a PSP adapter around, you can actually use it to power your PS TV and vice versa. They're exactly the same. So nifty little fact there. And that's pretty much it. So let's put all this away and see what's in the PS TV. Alrighty, let's get up close and personal here, shall we? Now this thing is tiny, but it packs a punch. Now it's worth noting this only outputs at 720p for most games on your TV. I think you can do 1080i, but you can't do 1080p. Someone, if you want, correct me in the comments for that. But on the back here, we've got a selection of ports. So first things first, we've got the power button on the back. Then we've got the memory card as well. So you had to use the PlayStation Vita memory cards for this, which were horrendously expensive at the time. Ridiculously expensive, and honestly probably one of the biggest downfalls of the Vita was the price of the cards. Like, I bought a 64 gig card for my PlayStation Vita, which cost me about $150. It's ridiculous. Even by today's standards, crazy. USB port, so you can plug in a PS3 or PS4 controller to this device. Both are compatible, which is awesome. You've also got an HDMI output as well to plug it into your TV. And you've got a Ethernet jack as well, which is great to see. Sony knew that people were going to be using this as a remote play box, not necessarily playing Vita games on it, and they wanted to give you the best experience possible. So Ethernet definitely is a must if you want to do remote play. And then, of course, you got your power on the side. Not much on the left side. On the front, nice little piano black finish with the Sony logo. And then on the other side, we've got the Vita cartridge slot. So in here, you can just crack her open. You can slot your Vita cards in there and play them on the big screen. There we have it, guys, the PlayStation TV, the small yet powerful micro console from Sony that only lasted around 2 years. As I mentioned before, this thing does pack a punch, and we've got some absolute essentials that you need if you want to get the best experience out of your PlayStation TV. That's right, I'm talking about Persona 4 Golden. Now, look, this is on the PC at the moment. Which is, look, a nice way to play the game. But if you don't have a PC handy and you've got a Vita or a Vita TV, definitely worth playing this on the big screen. It is an amazing experience. Do recommend. We've also got Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. Brilliant games if you don't have them in the HD collections on the PS3 or the 360 even, or even on the PS2, and you want to pick them up, you can play these on the Vita, and you can also play Metal Gear Solid 1 on the Vita too, or the PlayStation TV rather. And you can download them all onto the console and play through 1, 2, and 3. And Peace Walker as well, if you wanted to do that too, the PSP copy. Fantastic. We've also got God of War collection, because Kratos beating people up for God of War and God of War 2. Brilliant, brilliant collection. We've got Ratchet & Clank Trilogy. Again, I don't need to explain it. We all know Ratchet & Clank and how much of a banger of a gamer it is. Worth playing on the PS TV if that's all you got. Definitely a great experience. The Sly Trilogy as well. Now, it's worth noting that Sly 3 is a download only, but Sly 1 and 2, definitely worth playing for a great console experience on the Vita. And Valkyrie Drive Bikuni, if you love your waifus, if you love your big booties, all that good stuff, and everything in between. Another great action game to play on the PlayStation TV. Guys, if you love the video, make sure you drop a like. Leave us down a comment below if you owned a PS TV for the short time they were around. If you're still using Remote Play to this day, definitely let us know in the comments below. I use Remote Play quite heavily to play Persona 5 Royal. It was awesome. Let us know in the comments below if you're using Remote Play. And of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you love the videos. And as always, we'll see you again in the next one.